Hi, I'm Kaelee, and this is my first video for the U.S. history class. And I'm going to talk about the documentary that we watched called Assault on Gay America. And I was going to start out by talking about why people think it's okay to hate other people and other groups of people. But I'm going to actually start with something a little more personal because it's appropriate and it really fits the situation. So, the other day, one of my friends called me and asked if I could hang out, but I said I couldn't because I had to make this video, and I had to think about it and everything. She was like, "Oh, that's really cool. What's it gonna be about?" And just curious. And when I told her that it was gonna be about the documentary and about being gay and hate crimes towards gays and how that's wrong, she was just she was offended that I was gonna stick up for that, and she was almost yelling at me why do you think it's okay for people to be gay? And I was really thrown off. I didn't really know what to say to her, and I was thinking it's really scary how the same attitudes that were in people when it was a big deal in the 80s and then early 90s, when the AIDS epidemic started, and it was really bad to be gay because all the negativity related to it. The same attitudes from that time period are still here today in people who are young and who in the future are gonna make choices and stuff. It's scary. You think we'd, as a nation, we'd be past that, but obviously we're not, because the government, just everything, gay marriage isn't legal and all this stuff. But yeah, my friend, she was yelling at me, and she just was I don't even know what to say to you because I'm so she said that she's so morally against gay people that she just couldn't talk to me right now. And so it's just it's I don't know, it's ridiculous how that's still in people's minds. It's terrifying. But anyway, so what I was gonna originally start with, why do people think it's okay to hate and hurt other groups of people that aren't the same as them? And a lot of the time it's because someone or some group of people is really insecure. And I think the problem, especially in the documentary, the two men or the one man and the guy who's there who killed this man, it was kind of confusing, but they were confused, or I don't remember what it said, but they both had something about them, and they were scared that they were gay. And so when this man tried to make a move on them, the one man especially, he lost it and started stabbing the guy. But yeah, I think it's just because they just wanted to take their anger out because they were angry at themselves that they were gay, or they thought they were, or they were having questionable thoughts, or whatever was going on. But people take things, personal things, out on other people. And I know this isn't just towards gay people. Everyone does this today. I know sometimes I do it, and I'm sure many of you guys do it. But that's one of the main reasons I think why hate crimes are started. Also with black people and every group of people pretty much out there. But yeah, that's just it needs to stop, basically. And another thing you hear about today, I'm relating to gay hate crimes. It's not so much as groups is what you hear about, big things. You hear more about cyberbullying and kids who wind up committing suicide because they feel so at school they just don't have any friends, and everyone's against them. And I know I read something where this kid he was just a really sweet kid, and he never did anything to anyone, and he wasn't even he was openly gay, but he wasn't in people's faces what you think of sometimes, the stereotypical gay person, I guess. But he was they bullied him so much just because they just didn't like him just because he was gay, and he wound up committing suicide, and he was only like 13. So, it's like really sad, and it's scary because this is still like, as a nation, we really haven't made any progress against these crimes towards these people, and like, I mean, that's not really something you can regulate. I guess the government can't really, I don't know, necessarily like, it's by the time they find out it's too late, and they like there's not much that can actually be done. But people just need to, first of all, they need to stop judging people, because nothing's wrong with being gay, and like if someone has a problem with it, unless it directly affects them, they shouldn't like have something to say unless it's positive, because really there's no reason to like put other people down just because like you don't agree with it, or something's going on in your life that is really upsetting you, and it's really sad is basically the point. But that shouldn't be how like today, how like America is still working, because we're supposed to be way above that, especially by now. And like seeing history repeat itself like this, like 20 years later from all the like the beginning of the hate, like it's time to like stop and move on and make efforts to just completely get rid of like hate crimes altogether, especially in this situation. Okay, thank you.